Hi everybody and welcome to another super exciting edition of C3! C4 actually. Let's move to our left and meet the first set of people. Hello.
Hi.
You're Amy, aren't you?
I am.
I've had you before, haven't I? On the show?
I've been on the show before,
That's exactly right, okay. And next to you we have the star of the Today Show. It's Chindwa. Hello.
Hello, Rob.
And how do you feel about being on this wonderful set?
Super.
Super! Okay, well that's absolutely superb. Let's move to the right where we have... Hello, it's the young man himself, Jo He-young. Hello.
Hi, I'm a girl. I'm He-young.
Good
to see everyone again.
Why are you wearing a cheese cutter around your neck?
Well, it's my bold fashion statement jewelry.
Okay, that's special. And also, we have Spoon. Hello, Spoon.
Hello.
Are you from Tropoja?
No, I'm not from Tropoja.
I thought you were. Okay, what a pity. Anyway, let's move on to the first story, please. Okay, the young man has buzzed in. What is the relevance of this picture?
The girl has buzzed in. This is a picture of, my favorite movie, Shawshank Redemption. It seems that the Chinese inmates are, rather similar.
Hold on, no, don't go too quickly into the story because then we'll have nothing to talk about. Okay, if you give the correct answer immediately, we'll have to pad this show out with even more rubbish than usual. It's the Shawshank Redemption. Unfortunately incorrect. Amy, do you like this film?
Yeah, I love anything with Morgan Freeman in it.
Okay, anything?
Pretty much.
Okay, that was an awkward pause. We'll put some music over it later. Anything?
Pretty much.
Okay, that was an awkward pause. We'll put some music over it later. Okay, Chindwa, you're a real news person, aren't you? Or as real as someone can be
to a certain
CRI.
degree, you can say so.
Okay, so would you like to tell us what is the relevance of prisoners this week in the news?
Well, we are talking about the prison system reforms currently going on in China, or, rather accurate, more accurately, it's about the achievements so far in the past years.
Okay, well, let's first of all congratulate China for its many achievements, not just on the prison front, but on absolutely every front. Well done, China. In fact, it's even better than that. Salute. Okay, well done. Let's move on to Spoon over there from Tropoja.
The achievement in question is that they are paying inmates for work.
They are indeed paying inmates for work. You've done it. So let's not move on to the next story yet, because otherwise the show will be 2 minutes
obviously,
long.
no. We have to explain it's part of the rehabilitation process.
Amy.
Yes.
Before you buzz in, what were you going to... No, don't do that. Okay, we've got Germans watching. What happens in the United States of America, where you come from, if one goes to prison? Is one paid for work?
I don't know. I've never been to prison.
She's a liar!
From what Hollywood has taught me, and Hollywood always teaches me correctly, yes, they do get paid, and they spend it on smokes.
Okay, on smokes indeed, and they trade in smokes, don't they? In fact, I don't learn from Hollywood, I learn from John Grisham. And in America, you can't work when you're on death row, but if you're in the normal prison population, as they say, do what you want.
What do you think Chinese inmates will spend their hard-earned cash on?
Lie cheese. What do you think, He-young? You're from China.
Well, I think in the past, according to our newsman, that they would spend the money on facilities. So not really, it doesn't really go into your own pocket, well, inmate's pocket, but it goes into, the
paying for top quality toilets, toilet paper, shampoo, that kind of thing.
Apparently.
That kind of makes sense.
Yep. It does, doesn't it? Because at CRI here, you get a lot of top quality products despite getting low pay, don't you? You get good toilet paper that's double quilted. You get shampoo that gets rid of dandruff. You've got lovely hair, by the way.
Not comparable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really
okay, you're not death row inmates, that's true. Okay. Amy?
Yes, I had a question. If you're getting paid for work in prison, do you also have to pay rent?
That's a very good question. In fact, it's too good for this show, so we're not going to answer it. I imagine you don't, though. Stuart Wiggin.
You almost certainly don't, because if you didn't pay, they'd kick you out, but you're in there for a punishment.
A surprisingly good point from Stuart Wiggin.
Yeah, another question. If you can solve the problem for employment in the prison, can you solve the problem, in the society, people are suffering, like in Spain, 25% of the population out of jobs?
I think Chindwa is saying we should send more people to prison.
Thank you, Rob.
In Spain.
We should send them to Spain. Why?
No, more people to prison in Spain. Let's move on.
Apparently, Wiggin has gone mental. So let's very quickly move on to the next story, please. What is the relevance of this top quality aeroplane? Stuart Wiggin has buzzed in. What is it?
I think this is the plane that recently got grounded after someone phoned in a fake terrorist threat.
Okay, we know what a telephone is. That was alarmingly camp. Yeah, very good. Okay, why did someone do that, He Young?
I have no idea. That person's probably bored.
Okay, bored. Let's move over to Chindwa, the host of the Today Show, to ask more about boredom.
Well, I guess, like say, people are paying attention to that simply because of the frequency of such kind of instance. In one case, a tour guide just filed this fake report of a threat simply because the tourists he's in charge of basically were late for the flight. So they wanted the airplane basically to wait for them.
That has happened in England before. When someone's been late for a flight, they've quickly phoned in a fake bomb threat so the plane would wait for them.
Really?
Shocking. It has. It's happened in England.
Wow.
Okay, but what do you think about this terrible issue, Stuart Wiggin?
I think it's another example of someone trying to get a flight grounded, and there's some pretty stupid examples.
Some stupid examples indeed.
Yeah, well,
would you like to list them?
Well, I have two specific examples.
Oh, good.
One of a flight from, I think it was from Washington to Dallas,
Oh.
where the plane got grounded because a woman was lighting matches, and she was lighting matches to cover up the odour of her flatulence.
Really? Okay.
She's now on a no-fly list.
Okay. What a funky machine.
And another flight that got grounded was a Pakistani Airlines flight, and there was a cat in the cockpit for some reason. Don't know. That's not the story.
Shocking indeed.
But
Yes.
the cat got out and
Of the plane? How did it get out of the plane?
It got lost in the cabin, and they had to ground the flight and dismantle the plane to find the cat. It cost the airline about £20,000.
Did they find its corpse, or was it still alive?
No, it was still alive.
Okay, well done, Kat. How many planes in China have been grounded recently because of fake threats of terrorism?
Well, at least 5 in the last 2 months.
5 in 2
That's
months.
quite a lot.
That means there are more fake bomb threats than bridges falling down in China, which is quite a lot. Amy, has this happened in America before?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Because you don't know. I was reading a wonderful story about a Norwegian airline where a young guy held up the plane and he wanted to see the Prime Minister of Norway and the Justice Minister. And when they grounded the flight, brought it down, he actually gave his gun over in exchange for more beer.
For more beer?
That is exactly what he did. So well done to you, Mr. Norway. You're probably rotting in prison, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, Stuart Wiggin, have you ever had the urge to ground a flight?
Never. No, I don't fancy a stint in prison.
Not even here in China?
Despite the paid working conditions, no.
Okay, well, that is actually very true, Stuart. You will actually get paid, and you'll get good quality shampoo and
Free
toilet
rent.
paper. Free rent indeed,
Yeah.
and we shall solve society's woes by having more people employed.
I'll
Chindwa.
I have a question. How do you stop such kind of, like a fake threat? People every
don't.
time there's a report, people will be scared.
I think the most important way that one can stop these threats is by killing stupid people. That will probably get rid of the problem.
Yeah.
Talking of stupid people, He Young has buzzed in. What is it?
Well, actually, some experts have been saying that they should raise the economic fine for this kind of behavior, like significantly more, to just scare these people off.
Okay, because I remember recently we did a story here on C4. I wasn't stoned that week, so I remember. And it was about a woman on an aeroplane here in China, and she had actually used her phone during the flight. So they fined her 100 yuan. That's £10. If I get fined £10, I'm just going to do it again for a laugh, It's just not a serious threat. So what should we do to people who call in fake threats?
Fine them £10,000.
What happens if they're dirt poor?
Well, that's
They're probably
Put
not
them on the
flying.
blacklist?
On the blacklist also...
No, that's not an actual suggestion.
What?
Very practical, Rob.
I
yeah.
thought... Anyway, let's move
No,
on to the
no,
next
no,
story,
no.
please. What is... Oh! Before I could even ask, Amy was bashing the bell end. What is it?
I think these men are bringing home the bacon.
It's even funnier than it was in rehearsal. Okay, let's all hold it together. Somehow we will. Okay, that is reasonably true. It's a competition of some kind. Amy, I will give you a chance to redeem yourself.
Okay.
What's going on?
It's a strongman competition, and these men have to carry pigs a certain distance.
Do you mean police officers?
No, but that could be interesting too.
Carrying police officers under each arm.
Maybe in the next competition they could do that.
There we go. That's a wonderful idea. Or the Chungguan, we could carry them around under each arm. Have you ever seen such a competition, Tindwa?
No, never. It's I know it's all kinds of like I don't call it special, or sometimes just, not Euro activities will be held in this regional sports events there.
So where do you come from, Tindwa?
I'm from Shandong province.
Shandong.
Been there?
And what kind of weird competitions might you have in Shandong? Crab carrying?
No, this is not happening in Shandong, right?
Okay, well that's because Shandong is an incredibly advanced province of China. I'd like to
Thank you,
applaud
Rob.
Shandong. Well done, Shandong. Apparently Spoon and Amy are racist. Okay, so let's move very quickly on from that.
I think this is
Stuart,
quite cruel.
Why do you think it's cruel? Is it because the pigs look
Because
unhappy?
you're carrying pigs, and I suppose
Yeah, I
the
agree.
guys can't. Maybe some
You mean
of
the
them
guys are?
Well, no, I mean, no. But, I mean, maybe like this guy. He's dragging a pig, and
Yeah.
if I was
Yeah.
doing it, I would probably drop them. I wouldn't even.
Well, no,
lift them.
you wouldn't even be able
No,
to
that's
carry
true.
a micro
That's
pig,
true.
Stuart Wiggin. Okay, and they fit in teacups.
Yeah.
Heyang. This story actually happened in a place in Hunan called Heyang.
Hengyang.
Is it?
Yes, it's significantly different from my name.
Given that I'm incorrect, let's move on. Amy, I almost forgot your name because I was so ashamed of getting her name and the place mixed up. In the United States of America, specifically Minnesota, my favorite state that you come from, have you got any competitions that are as weird and wacky as pig carrying?
We do have a competition in the wintertime. In the middle of January, when all the lakes are frozen over, they'll drill a big hole in the lake, and everybody has to go polar bear swimming. So
you mean
have
swim like a polar bear?
you have to take a dip in the frozen lake, and then you run out because otherwise you'll
And
get
then run up to the
hypothermia.
reporters and rip their faces off?
No, that's not part of it.
Okay, well that's a very lovely competition. Have you ever taken part in this?
No.
Okay, a pity
Did the
indeed.
hypothermia put you off?
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
The fact that everyone who took part in it died is a bit of a put-off. Stuart Wiggins,
Someone recently died in America through doing some kind of strange.
would you
know,
like to tell us
event.
what they were eating?
How did you know they were eating?
Because I read the news!
Oh,
okay.
they were eating cockroaches.
They were indeed eating cockroaches. In fact, when I lived in Finland, they actually have a competition that is a wife-carrying competition. So you actually run around with your wife on your back or under your arm or something. That's why it's wise
Under
to
your
marry.
arm?
It's wise to marry a Chinese woman because they're tiny and you could win any race. Even you, Wiggin, if you
But
marry
you have
a
to
little
go
Chinese
to
girl-
Norway, right?
Yeah,
You have to go to Norway.
Well, Finland. But,
Oh, Finland. Oh,
if you
sorry.
go to Norway, you can't take part. But,
Not that far.
I'd love to see Chindor turn up like, I'm here in Norway. Sorry, the competition is in another country. Okay, you have to take your wife under your arm and run to Finland. Okay, well, Heyang, how would you feel about being carried around by your husband in a contest?
Well, it depends on how he's carrying me. Like that, no. But,
In what
Tied
way
up.
would it ever be okay?
Bind her up like 50 Shades of Grey and carry her around, yes. Oh, what's wrong with you? You've gone all red. 50 Shades. Oh, okay. Anyway, let me just ask one final question to Amy. How are
Yes.
you?
I'm great. I'm so happy you have me back on the show.
I enjoy having you. Anyway, let's move on to the final story, please. Who are these two delightful young men, Heyang?
young woman.
Young women.
Wiggin buzzed in, even though I said Heyang. There's some strange sexual politics going on. What would you like to say?
They're women.
She just said that.
They're both women.
Yeah, okay, go on. Shake hands.
Thanks. The one on the.
Oh,
the
you
one,
are sweaty.
The one, sorry, it's very hot in here. The one on the right is Gigi Chow.
Gigi. What did you say in rehearsal?
I said Gigi.
Gigi. That reminds me of Gillette, which is the thing that they wear in horse riding. Learn
Anyhow,
that
this
from-
story is about Gigi Chow.
It is about Gigi Chow. Now, what is the importance, Amy, of Gigi Chow?
Her dad wants her to get married
And to what?
to a man.
A man. Now, that is the crux of the story. Chintuan, I'm going to go over to you and ask, who's she with at the moment?
Well, obviously not married.
So she's
Yeah.
with?
A girlfriend.
Oh, yes, okay, a woman. A woman was the answer I was looking for. You were so close, Chintuan, so close. Okay, it's a lot tougher than
Close
today's
enough,
show,
yes.
yes. Okay, now, Stuart Wiggin.
Yes.
Why is the father acting like this?
Well, he's offered $65 million US
US dollars, not silly
for
money.
a possible suitor, and I suppose he wants a son.
Okay, a grandson, you mean?
Sorry, a grandson. He wants his daughter to have a son.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to
No,
impregnate
no,
his
no,
own daughter. You're going to get a
No,
triad
he
hit.
wants his he wants a grandson so that
Carry on the family
You can
name?
carry on the family name.
Okay, thank God, we finally got there.
Yes, sorry.
Hey, were you about to?
I just have different ideas. I think her father simply being traditional in a way. It's just the Greater China region, like China, the mainland, Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan. People and the parents, still very traditional to want to see their girl, their daughters getting married to a man.
To a man, indeed. But talking about tradition, Qinduo, this man has a daughter, but he's never been married.
That's true. His father, her father actually.
Hypocrisy! I can hardly control myself. Thank you, Wigan. I was about to have a heart attack.
He said he has gone on record and said he's not going to force his daughter to marry one of these suitable
Well, that
suitors.
is lucky. Then she's not going to get forced to sleep with someone she doesn't like. That would be rape.
Well, her father is known for being, I don't know how to say, he claimed that he had slept with more than 10,000 women.
He's
so
One of those, eh? One of the Stringfellows of the world. Yes.
Well,
You look impressed, Amy.
very impressed.
Yes.
10,000, that's a big number. But I think if he's going to find this husband for her, she's not going to marry him.
Do you think that she should look through the applications herself and find it? Find the man.
I think she's happy with her life partner.
Okay, well, that's politically correct. Very
Who
American,
is
very
pretty manly herself.
Yeah,
I may
very,
add.
very manly indeed. Qinduo, given that there is, how much is it, 65 million US dollars?
Yes.
Yeah.
65 million US dollars up for grabs. You interested?
well, I'm too old, I guess, and but they are receiving 16,000 letters worldwide.
Wow, how far afield are they coming from, Stuart Wiggin?
I've heard that they've had offers as far afield as Nigeria.
Nigeria, indeed. Well, that's absolutely wonderful. She could marry a Nigerian prince.
Have you applied?
Have I applied?
Yeah.
16,000 times. Anyway, He Yang, what do you think about this situation? If you were a lesbian and your daddy tried to find you a man, would you be happy or would you be enraged?
I wouldn't be enraged, but I'd be amused.
She's
Okay.
amused.
Yeah, she doesn't look very
so
happy.
we
to
share
be
the
honest.
same
Doesn't look
attitude.
Not in this photo, but she has
Okay.
said, she's just laughed it off.
Okay, well, I think He Yang would keep back the suitors with her cheese cutter necklace. Ha-cha! Okay. Amy, I shall go to you for the very end of the show.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, well, let's wrap it up now. It's been absolutely wonderful. We do have a prize this week, and I would like Phoebe, one of our team members, to come forward, please. Phoebe, would you like to come this way and hand me the prize?
Welcome, Phoebe, everyone.
Yeah, welcome,
This is, Phoebe, she's done it. Okay, could you give me the prize, please?
That's a prize.
There we go. Okay, yes, I found this in the office. It's the remote control of one of the TVs. But given that
That's
it's not
my remote control.
it's not yours.
It's my remote control.
I haven't broken into anyone's house, okay? No one's having the prize. That was all a big waste of time, okay? Thanks very much. Anyway, let's wrap things up by asking, did you have fun, Amy?
Yeah.
Okay, well, since you had fun, you can have your TV remote control back. I did
you.
break into your house.
I told
Did you have fun?
I enjoyed a lot.
Is it better than the Today Show?
For sure.
Definitely. There we go. Chindua's coming back. Oh, is it better than Easy FM and all that rubbish?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we'll have you back
Okay,
in a
yeah.
couple of weeks, maybe. Let's move to the right then, where He Yang, how did you find today's show?
Very jolly.
Informative, wasn't it?
Jolly.
You learnt a lot. And finally, Stuart Wiggin. Are you going back to Tripoya after the show? With a young lady? Okay, Neeson's coming for you. Anyway, let's wrap it up by saying that if you want to follow the show, do check it out on Weibo. And also, don't forget to email in if you have anything to say at all, also down below. And we'll see you next week for more C4. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.